Good afternoon. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, the subscribes, comments, the membership, everything. I appreciate everything and everyone. Hello, Kate. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy and let's just see what the message that Spirit has for us today. Sometimes like you believe it, you knew it, but you didn't want to believe it, but you knew it. So what do? Bottom of the deck, the whisper. Something was telling you. You know that little niggling voice at the back of your mind, the back of your head, where it's telling you turn left right here, but you're like, nope, I'm just going to go down a few more blocks and then I'll turn left. And something says, no, turn left right here. And you're like, I know what's best. You go down your 3 more blocks and you turn left, only to find that when you turn left and you went and you got to the middle of the block, now you're stuck because there's a big traffic jam. There's an emergency this way, and then you can't even back up because now there's an emergency in the back of you and you're stuck. And what do? You say, something told me I should have turned left back then. The whisper. Hey, Shadia. Hey, Touche. Now you know to your future self, you're going to listen. Because now you know to your future self, that's your intuition. You realize that because you're growing. You're growing and you understand not listening to your own intuition creates self-imposed boundaries. Now you understand that it's all connected. That voice, that niggling voice, that gut instinct, that something that says don't go that way or go that way or leave now or say something or don't say nothing, that thing. But it's also that one thing that if you listen to it, if you listen to the whisper, if you follow what it says, it's that one thing that will also allow you to follow your bliss. Hello, Marion. Grand rising, and it's always wonderful to see you here. The whisper. Spirit talking to you. Spirit saying, I don't want you to do that. Spirit saying, it's time to let this go. Spirit saying, I want you to move forward. I want you to elevate. I want you to graduate. I want you to grow. Let your faith that all is well, all will always be well in all ways and in all ways. Confirmation. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. What's the message, Spirit? Spirit also wants you to know that guess what? You are enough. You are enough. And this is what you need to let your future self know. As you step into the future, confirmation that you are enough and have always been enough. Confirmation. Hey, RB. So it's time for you to stop worrying about if you are enough, if you qualify, if you quantify. Because we went through this the other day. Yes, you sure do. It's once you tap into that realization, And if you heard that tap, that's confirmation. But once you tap into that realization, that's when your abundance grows. Whether it's money, whether it's prosperity, whether it's that good juju that we all want to come to know, that's when that abundance grows. Like I said, it's time to rest, wondering if you are enough, if you qualify and quantify, because yes, you do. You've already gone through that process. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a big hug. Kiss yourself. Because you did the damn thing. You did it with integrity. You didn't know what you were going to get back in return, but let me tell you something. What you received in return is enough to fulfill every pore, every fiber, every scintilla, every minuscule molecule, every atom in your body. It's filled you up. What's the message, Spirit? You did it the right way. You did it the hard way. But the hard way was the right way. You didn't take the shortcuts. You didn't take the easy outs. Hey, if it was for you, you accepted it was for you. If it wasn't for you, you said it was not for me. With somebody, I feel like somebody was having a hard time. Like they could see it, they could visualize it, they could conceptualize it, but they couldn't actually see themselves holding the ring in their hand. So it's almost like somebody was afraid to take that step. Something they still needed to deal with. Something they still needed to work out. Somebody they still had to communicate with. Somebody they still had to let them know that you know what? You are enough. You are enough. You're loved. You're cherished. You're valued. You matter. Your opinion matters. You're smart. You're heard. You're seen. Maybe that person, maybe it was something that they were afraid to play whenever they were a child. Maybe they had so much responsibility whenever they were a child. Maybe they were one of those children that had to take care of their parents or had to take care of their younger siblings. So they couldn't play. They couldn't be that child. But now it's time for them to release what no longer fits, what's no longer valid. Somebody needs to understand that, yes, there are difficulties that lie ahead, but what do? We keep going anyway. Keep going. Spirit said, be open. Be open to this surge of emotions. Be open to feeling. Be open to seeing. Be open to experiencing. Instead of fearing something, be open to that. You know, when we learn to actually talk and communicate and listen and have that back and forth with our past unloved ones, this is a gift for sure. And everybody's not ready. Everyone is not able, because in order to be able, you have to be ready. And in order to be ready, you have to be open. Because the communication comes in other ways. The communication comes through other means. Some people aren't ready. Some people are afraid to let go of fear. And they're afraid to let go of failure. Simply because they're not ready. Take the leap. Create. Not just be out in nature, but nurture yourself as well. Have the courage. Have the courage to create your own sacred space so you can be open, be willing, be ready. What's the message? Follow your bliss. We know you want to know. We know you're curious. We know that's what you've always dreamt of. This is what you've wanted. This is what you couldn't wait to do. Follow your own bliss. Don't let fear have a seat at the table. Do it. Do it. It's like you have to reawaken. I feel like someone has to reawaken. Hello, Marcia. Hola. Someone has to reawaken. Yes. It's time for somebody to transform. It's time. You can't make this up. It's that season for somebody to transform. For them to follow their bliss, for them to worry about how are they happy. It's time for someone to reawaken. What's the message? Someone is afraid because they don't know what's to follow, what lies ahead. But they don't need to be worried. They just need to be thankful and accepting and open to the journey that lies ahead. Because if we are afraid, we are going in the space. We're making ourselves push through that door. We're not gonna enjoy the experience. We're not gonna have a good time. We're not gonna be open. We're not gonna be able to be honest with ourselves about what we need to see during our time in our journey. Because guess what? Our journey doesn't just start today and end in 3 years. Our journey continues until we take our last breath. Someone needs to understand that. Be open to the journey. It's a step-by-step process, and someone needs to understand that, hey, getting to the core of who they truly are. That's a step-by-step process of getting to the core of who they truly are. Someone is having difficulties with that. It's like they're afraid to look at themselves in the mirror. They're afraid to see themselves eye to eye. And the only reason that they're having difficulties is because they're not being open. They have to understand that it takes time for them to get into alignment. And they're going to experience certain emotions, but those emotions are going to be there in order for them to create a oneness with nature. Hey, Sally, how are you? Someone has to understand that, you know what? It actually takes courage to change. Hello, Makana. It actually takes courage to change. Time and courage. And this is why we need that sacred space, so that as we are going through that transformation, as we are going through that metamorphosis, as we are awakening, as while we are going further and further and further on our journey, step by step by step, getting closer to the core of who we actually truly are, we need to have that sacred space. We need to have that safe space that we can talk to, we can rest in, we can ask, and we can receive. That's what we need. What's the message? So that we can become one with our highest self. Yes, Kate is correct. 2025 is the year of change. Let me plug in this laptop, y'all. And I know I'm not matching anywhere. And I mean, except the left and the right stock. Those match. That's it. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups. Makana said, I missed it. Ace of Cups. You know, this is us loving ourselves. This is us loving and honoring our most intuitive side. Our side that's closest to God. This is us. This is, see, someone is understanding now that the little bit that they thought that they had, they really didn't have. And the little bit that they thought that they could control, they really didn't control anything. But what they thought was important, they see left them in misery. And they missed the whole point, because here is the whole key over here to unlock the door. And that door that they are sitting on the outside in misery, that door unlocks to here. The 10 of Pentacles. All they have to do is go in on the other side. Go in on the other side. And once they go in on the other side, here it is. This is what they get. Good karma, that good juju. They've made it. They've won. You know, we are the champions, my friend. That song. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. That song. But see, someone is letting fear of them leaving that past behind stop them. But it's time. It's time for them to complete this cycle. They're thinking of the people that they worked with, that they made these promises to. Damn. And these are the same people that have them blindsided. These are the same people that tried to have them have some type of control over them or whatever, that had them, had them blind, whatever this shit is called over their eyes, handkerchief or whatever the shit is called. You know what I'm trying to say? Just can't think of the word right now. But see, this was not the person for them to have follow, because this is the same person who don't even have any control over themselves, let alone trying to control somebody else. They see that now that these ships haven't come in, now that nothing was happening. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? Blindfolded. Thank you, Kate. Blindfolded. See, somebody is thinking about what you had said to them. They're thinking about that. And they was thinking at the time when you was saying whatever you was saying, they was answering you not in a negative, in a nice way. They was answering you in a negative way. They just wanted to fight with you. They just wanted to argue with you. They wasn't taking what you were saying seriously. They was like, oh, they don't know. And then whenever they found out, now they sitting there like, oh shit. They know. They know. Everything that you told them, watch out for. Hey, careful. That's not going to pan out. And they see now that the wheel of fortune is not turning in their favor. And now here they are looking like, damn, what the fuck was I thinking? What the fuck was I doing? Why was I doing? They like, damn, what was it? What was a gizza? I want to be saved. That one. Now somebody want to be saved. What's the message, Spirit? Now their ass want to be saved. Y'all lucky I got me a margarita. Keep me calm today. Cheers. Thank you, Marcia. Cheers. Thank you. What's the message? Yes. See, now they're thinking about who they worked with. It makes a big difference. They should have checked this motherfucker out. They see now they should have checked somebody's word out. That way they would have made an informed decision, and instead of them sitting there just relying on somebody else's motherfucking lying ass fucking word. Excuse my French on the Sunday. Shit. What's the message, Spirit? Now somebody, they all fired up, and because now they understand, and it's almost like some type of their intuition, something kicked off about the whole giving and receiving. They get it now. You know how you because they was working with somebody else and they thought it was all good, but then they saw, wait. They trying to work with this person over here, and this person ain't giving them shit. They ain't even working with you, and you still doing more for them than the person they trying to work with. Lord have mercy. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. But they not. What's the message? See, they're thinking about them your so-called friends. They thinking about that. They thinking about the so-called friends, how they was kissing their ass. They was kissing their ass, and then they was giving you their ass to kiss, holding back from you. Now they feeling like, okay, they didn't accomplish nothing with that shit. You sure the fuck didn't. What's the message, Spirit? See, somebody should have checked some confirmation. Somebody should have checked somebody's ass out. Oh, you cannot make this up. Somebody should have checked somebody's motherfucking goofy ass out. But it's too late now. Shit's been done. Shit has been done. Once you have the baby, you can't stick it back up in there. You know what I mean? It's done. It's a wrap. It's out. Now somebody thinking about, what they did, and now they it's like they was sitting there thinking there's a whole lot of shit that they didn't know. They just listened to somebody's good old I got a dream speech, and now here they are like, oh my God, that was a fucking nightmare. Oh well. Oh well. What do you do? What do you do? Once you poke the hole in the waterbed, you cannot unpoke the hole. You know what I mean? Once you burn it, once you burnt the chicken, you cannot unburn the chicken. You know what I mean? See, somebody is understanding that they should have they owe you something, that they was like such a small part of what you got. They thought that they thought what they had was what they was holding. They thought that was big. They've understanding now. They ain't had. This is big bank. This little bank. That's little bank. Big bank tank. Little bank. They understand that shit. That's the shit they do understand. Okay. They understand that shit. They also understand pride come before motherfucking fall. Tell you that damn much. They understand that shit too. What else? What else? Somebody feels overloaded. They trying to plan their next move. They're sitting there thinking, what do I do? How do I get up out of this motherfucker? Damn! I don't know why I was getting ready to feel like I needed to sing some type of song, somebody coming to the rescue song, but I don't know any coming to the rescue songs, and I don't know how to sing. So that was going to be funny, but somebody feeling like somebody need to call on somebody to come to the rescue. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, somebody need a cape. Somebody got a cape. Somebody got a cape. They feel like somebody need to rescue them. What's the message? But see, they want to have somebody come and rescue them, but the way they want to put it is like, like you was like, hey, I got a good idea. Let me come rescue your dumb ass. So that's how they're going to try and put it. Like I just said, hello. Somebody going to try and do some witchy shit to make it seem like something was your motherfucking idea. Oh, let me come and do this. Don't do it. If they can come out and ask you, act like you don't know what the fuck they need. And even when they do come out and ask you, still act like you don't know what the fuck they need. I made the shit out that margarita. Let me tell you something. I had to put some extra ice chips in there because when I first sipped it, I was like, the chest tears I felt. It was a little strong. It was a little strong. And I'm a tequila drinker, but that was like, whoo, 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 whoo. Damn. I'm okay now. I think the hairs on my tongue have singed themselves, so I can get it now. But before, it kind of got me. It got me. Whew. Hey, Devery, how are you, sweetheart? Well, no, because I got a big bottle of champagne, so I'm gonna wait until I'm like possibly next weekend whenever I have company, so I don't have to drink mimosas all day long. Because champagne is only good for like that day, maybe the next day if you can really recork it good, but why we even try and go through all that. So I just drink the whole bottle. So anyway, that's what that is. So if I'm ever doing a mimosa Sunday or mimosa Saturday and I do a one live and I don't come back, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. I just mimosa myself the hell on out. Okay. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's the message? Yeah, somebody, you know what, they somebody knows they have a good opportunity. They do. They know they have a wonderful opportunity for themselves, ahead of themselves. What's the message? But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Woo! I don't know why I felt like doing that, but I just did. Uh-huh. Because somebody knows. See, they convinced you are where it's at. You the booger sugar. You know, you the thinga jigga langa langa. You know, you the one. It's you. It ain't nobody else. It's you. You the promised land. Mm-hmm. Because you that leader. You are that leader. You're not afraid to say it however the fuck you need to say it. Hey, Carol, how are you doing, sweetheart? You're not afraid to say it however they say it, however it need to be said. Mm-hmm. Something about somebody, you put somebody in their place though. You let them know. It's like you didn't put them in their place. They put themselves in a place. You just let them know that it ain't happening like that. No, partner, it ain't happening like that. And they're like afraid to mess with you because they know how intuitive you are. Yep. This person knows how intuitive you are. It's like this person understands now. They played in your face all that time, all this time thinking they was playing in your face, not understanding how close to God you were and how intuitive you were. Okay? And then whenever some shit started happening and they saw that you completed some cycles and you was protected, and it was almost like you elevated, and spirit had your back and gave you some shit that everybody was like, damn, because you got that shit on your motherfucking self by yourself, and you was always in prayer. You wasn't trying to get back on nobody. You wasn't trying to showboat. You wasn't trying to act like none of that. And, none of that. You wasn't trying to be all snooty. You wasn't trying to do this. And they was calling you bougie. You didn't give a shit. But that was all on them. And they saw that the wheel of fortune was turning in your favor. That's what made them have to do a double check about themselves. That's what made them have to do a double check about themselves. Yeah, it's like then they kind of feel like, they have to do right by you, because they feel like if they fuck around and confirmation, if they fuck around and try and fuck you over, they feel like something's gonna happen to them bad. It's like they done seen it with somebody else. Like, you ever notice that anytime somebody do or say something bad against Marsha, like immediately afterwards, some shit happened to them, like inexplainably crazy. You ever notice that? I mean, even if somebody stare at her hard and they turn around, they're gonna turn around and hit a pole or something and black their own eyes. You ever notice that shit happening? See, that's how they are. They're like, I ain't fucking around. It's like they don't treat you like you carry at the prom or nothing like that, but they know not to fuck with you because they don't want you to turn into like you Carrie at the prom or nothing like that with the pig's blood. And if you know about that movie Carrie. See? Yeah. Because here you are. You solid. You solid. And it's like they know that your prayers are heard by heaven. It's like you lay down, you pray, you rest your sword, you don't do anything, but you talk with God. And it's like you got that back and forth communication. And whatever you pray for, it comes. It happens. It's sent. You like, you know what? And then you're so humble about it. You're like, dear God, all I really need is just something modest just to get me back and forth from work, from point A to point B. And that's it. That's it. Nothing flashy. The next thing you know, you're approved for like a 2025 Bentley or some shit like that. And you get it like on a really good deal because there's some type of holiday that you didn't even know it was a holiday, and you didn't even know you was going to end up there. It just so happened that your raggedy ass ragamuffin 1972 Pinto broke down across the street, and so you was going to go across the street to see if you could even bum a ride. And they's like, let me run your credit and see. And they was like, what we're going to do for you? We're going to put you in the Bentley with no money down today. Let me see. Oh, you got it. And what? Yeah, you know what? And we got it so you ain't got to pay no payments for 6 months or some incredible deal. Here, everybody like, damn, how did you get that shit? And you like, I don't know. It's just God, Something like that. See what I'm saying? Just being all humble. I don't know. It was God. I just said, God, if it's meant for this to happen, if it's meant for me to get this 10 bedroom, 12 bathroom, 4.9 acre with 4 different pools, tennis court, and a pickleball court separately, and a horse stable, all for $400 a month, then I'll get it. Bling, bling, bling. Guess who got a new house? Congratulations! Okay, it's a slight exaggeration, but y'all know what I'm saying. Well, hold on, y'all. I'm reading these comments. Right. Oh, no. Carol, hello, how are you? And I'm sorry to hear that you're allergic to it, but I'm going to drink yours. How about that? Marcia, yes. Oh, good. Oh, yay. Yes, something about somebody's communication. Yes. Something about somebody's communication. And you know what? Things that they were holding in from the past. Stuff that they weren't dealing with from the past. And something about some lies that somebody had told them. Somebody they had looked up to told them some lies. And now they're seeing how much that those lies had only hurt them. How you never measured up and you never measured up to any of those lies, and it just hurt them. And this is why somebody had to walk away, somebody had to be left, and this is why somebody is wallowing in that regret, because they had to do was pick up the key and put it in the lock. That's all they had to do. And they never did it. They had all the information they needed, but they never took the time to find out. They never took the time to even ask this person or to have a conversation with this person. They never did that. And now they have regret. Now they feel shame or remorse because somebody walked away. Somebody walked away, and not only did they walked away without even a blink of an eye, and they said, you know what, I am going to protect myself. Yes, no matter what, regardless, like I said, regardless, somebody that they were trying to work with wasn't working with them, and they wasn't working with you, and you were still doing more for them than the person they was trying to work with. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take my socks off. Starting to get a little warm. Today it's gonna be 80 degrees here. It's starting to warm up. What's the message? Ooh, Makana. Well, you know what? I'm gonna send you some of the heat in the summertime. But right now, I'm gonna keep all of it here. But in the summertime, I got you. I'm gonna send some to you in Buffalo, New York. Marcia, you know what? And what's the weather like in Rio? Because I'm looking for a new place to go. Carol, why did you take the message away? I was just getting ready to read it. Okay. Okay. I will. I'm going to look at later this year. I'm going to let you know. Somebody's made a decision. It was time for them to make a decision. They had to make a decision about this relationship, about this relationship that you had left. Maybe the other person, it was time for them to make a decision. Maybe or maybe they had to understand why you had to make that decision. What's the message? Okay. Something about somebody's been working on themselves, and they've been working very hard. Oh, good confirmation. They've been working very hard, not just working on themselves as far as their mental, emotional, physical, but working on like maybe their education, working on getting ahead in life, working on their career, working on building a career. They've been working on themselves. Yeah, trying to decide what it is that they want. But not just that, but whenever I feel like this person, they're feeling like, or they want to have something different to show you. You know, you don't want to just show back up and you doing the same thing. You want to take a break, and when you show back up again, you want to be like, oh yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, and I was going to say something about somebody's studies. Last time they saw you, you was getting your associates, or you was just in your first semester, and then you disappear. Now you're like, yeah, no, I've already got my master's. Actually, I'm getting my PhD. I mean, you want it to be something like somebody to see that you've really come along. You have really come a long way. You have really done a whole new. Your life is different. You've made some different moves. Hey, Bragsy, how are you doing today? Yes. It's been a while since I've been here, Bragsy. I have been taking care of the new place. I still have some things to do, but luckily, I think by this Friday the 7th, I will have had quite a bit completed. Something about this a group of people. There's a group of people that is just right for you. It's like this something about this group of people that you meet or you mingle with, or maybe you are a part of, but something about this group of people is just right for you. I feel like there's a lot of things like hidden gems, hidden jewels, hidden things about this group of people that you're not really aware of how it can help you. So you keep your eyes and your ears open, because we were just talking about intuition. That's how this all started out. This is how this all started out. When something tells you, you listen. Don't doubt it. Don't try and talk yourself out of it. Don't try and justify why it doesn't make sense for you to do it that way. Just do it that way. Don't look for something better. Just understand it's that reason. It's that way for a reason. Yeah. Somebody, I feel like there's going to be either this is going to be you running some stuff, or somebody's going to, help you. Something about this emperor. Somebody who's in control. Somebody who's controlling things. And this is the truth. Maybe somebody's going to offer you some options or offer you an option, and it's definitely going to be a way out. It's going to shed a whole lot of light on something, and it's going to help you to put a rest to some fears. This is what you wanted. This is what you asked for. This is what you waited on. I feel like they just need to take the leap of faith. Somebody needs to stop being afraid to succeed. Stop being afraid of success. Stop justifying failure. What's the message? Anything else? I just saw the death cards pop its head out. And the truth cards. The Ace of Swords. And the Eight of Cups. Yep, Eight of Cups. Yep, it's time for somebody to leave that old tired ass situation. Don't be afraid of success. Don't be afraid of forward movement. I'm telling you, somebody they're not at peace. This person is not at peace. Not with the Temperance card upside down and the Devil card upright. This person is not at peace, and they're blindfolded. They with the four. This person is not at peace. It's time for them to extract the head out of the rear end orifice. Pop, move your head out your crack of your ass. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but it's got to be kind of dark up in there. It's got to be kind of dark. Let's see. What's the message, Spirit? Okay. 44. Some protection. Something about someone needs to always listen to the truth. Someone needs to get into the flow of the life. They always need to strive to reach their highest potential, and they need to get out of the ugly emotional trap where they allow someone to play emotional mind games on them. Stop listening to the Pied Piper. Go your own way. Somebody, they need your help. They need your help. That you're close to your soul tribe. It's time to get to work. But somebody, they don't want you to tell your story because they know that once you start telling it, they're going to talk about how he or she was a hoe. They don't want you to tell your story. But you have to be careful. Someone is approaching, so some caution is needed, okay? Oh, somebody's dark curse has been returned to them. and they was mad at you because they let go. They left you. They left you, and then they got mad because you let go. Like they wanted you to beg them to stay. You know, and yeah, it doesn't even make sense. You decided to go ahead and find you and just to talk about your own story, and that's how you got victory. Now they want to push the panic button. Now they want to act like they got something all to talk about. Now they want to. Can we talk about this? Can we? When they did that, now, yeah, the whole time they was living in an altered reality anyway. This was somebody who was a hoarder. They were selfish, greedy, and stingy. They wanted all of it, and they didn't want you to have none of it. None of it. This is that same motherfucker who always plays the victim. It's the same one who is always talking about they feel like when shit is not going their way, oh, they're so depressed. When shit ain't going their way, they depressed. But when shit is going their way, they okay. This is a motherfucker who's a straight up hypocrite. Okay? And you're showing them absolutely positively no love. And they don't like it because you tame their demons. They don't like that. You pointed out exactly who they are. And they don't like that. They can get that shit over on other people, but they can't get that shit over you. You know? And then on top of that, you learn how to choose your battles. Because you already knew that God don't play about you. Period. And you're already complete. And you already know the material don't complete you. So somebody thought that they had an upper hand on you at one time, because at one time they had something more than you. But see, they was all acting all egotistical and like they was just all shiny and brand new, and like you was all old and dusty and crusty and shit, and you kept working on yourself, polishing yourself. Next thing you know, look who's dusty and crusty now, and look who's shining bright like a diamond. Okay? You was moving forward in spite of the chaos and the confusion. And guess who? The scapegoat turned into the motherfucking goat. Well, la di motherfucking da. Okay? And now they understand that your cutoff game is stronger than the mother trucker. Strong. They're like, damn, that cutoff game is strong. You got 127 missed calls, 45 new messages, so many deleted voicemails that your voicemail is like, listen, we're going to charge you for extra storage, okay? First, they was too busy to deal with you. They ain't too busy now. They're not too busy now. Now they can't get enough of you. Now they want to be like that frenemy all in your face. I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. Told you, somebody acting like they got to really talk to you now. It's urgent that we communicate. Now it's urgent. I really got to talk. We really need to talk because of what? Because of what? What we got to talk about? What we got to talk about? All they want to do is gossip. That's it. That's it. They just want to gossip. They ain't even got to. And the only reason is because they know the universe is balancing itself. That's it. That is it. See? What goes up must come down. Yep. Like they say, it was funny until it wasn't funny. The laugh to the cry. They had this distorted view about this shit they was trying they was going to be able to do that forever and ever and ever. That wasn't that just a kiss my ass moment. Okay? You had to let that motherfucker know, stop blaming me for your own insecurities if you do not mind. And you let somebody know, and listen, and just so that we're clear, I meant exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. I meant all of that. Yes, I meant it all. Okay. That's an affirmative. That's a positive. You knew that somebody been cheating for years. Cheating for years. That's why you had to let them know whatever you let them know, and you let them know. And I meant everything I just let you know. Now you know. This is too many. What else, Spirit? Yeah. Somebody realizes now home is where the heart is. Because where they was at, there was no heart in that situation. And that shit did not feel like no home. You know what I mean? What's the message? What's the message? Thank you. They didn't know that you was a spiritual gangster. And spiritual gangsters, they don't make fair fights. Just so that you know. Just so that you're aware. Thinking that you knew how to get down to wear the crown? No, boo-boo. You don't even know shit. You don't even know how to fight. Okay? Spiritual gangsters, now, they know how to get down to wear the ground. Now everybody's finding out that they played everybody in the end. Everybody believed that bullshit that they was talking about. And everybody see that they got played in the end. Okay? Especially after somebody tried to do some type of fake apology. That's what put them under investigation. That's whenever this person realized what true love was really about. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yes. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. What's the message? Yep. So we just need to remember the words heal or hurt. Okay? Your words can either heal a situation or they can hurt a situation. And life is not about an abundance of personal items. That's not what life is about. Okay? We have to remember that we always have to remain, think, dream, and pray positive. Remain positive. Think positive. Dream big and dream positive. Pray positive things for yourself. Put the positive out there so that in the end you win. Remember, everything is connected. Everything is connected. And your grandparents are watching over you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if they are not on the physical plane any longer. And the last thing we need to remember is that you are covered by God. Period. Look for something wonderful to happen this Tuesday. Okay? And lastly, we're going to close with this. The sweet spot gang sign. Give them 2 of these and 1 of these if they start fucking with you. All right, y'all. You know I love y'all. I am going to... I told the company I work for that I would work a couple hours for them today. I hope I do. I'm going to try and sit down there, see what happens. But if I don't, then I'll be back on here. But I'm going to try. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. I love y'all so very much. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate every one of you. Okay. And I may be back. Oh, it's just 1:30. Oh yeah, I'll try and come back this afternoon. After I bust out a couple hours. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Ciao. Besos. Besos. All right, y'all. And to everyone, good afternoon. Bendición. Besos. See you soon. Love you. Te amo. All of the above. All right. I'll see you in a little bit.